What's going on? This is Marty Styles, and what we got here is Fight Night's finest. Let's get ready to rumble! Fight Night's finest. Let's step in the ring where the lights are blinded. I'm about to just knock you out. Now your mouthpiece, you cannot find it. You cannot face the weather. Warming up like May's weather. Super fast like Mayweather. You cannot put your face together. Cause my hands is lightning speed. I don't really think people wanna fight with me. You'll likely flee like Frazier from Foreman. Guaranteed tonight you'll bleed. Looking like I swiped your feet from under you. I'm like Tyson Beast. I punish you. I don't think that there's nothing your freaks are gonna do but sleep.
Alright, what is good, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the Sophie commentator, coming at you with another work study video. This video was actually contributed to the channel by Mr. Dave the Rip One. So if you have not checked this channel out, link can be found in the description. YouTube.com/Dave the Rip One. So in this matchup here, we got Mike Tyson versus Rocky Marciano, which is, in my initial opinion, automatically going into the match, I always give Rocky Marciano the advantage. A 67-inch reach is very deceptive. We all know that. Weight doesn't really contribute too much in the heavyweight division, and neither does age. They have the exact same height at 5'10". So, but there's just something about Marciano. I think his punch style is a little bit more cleaner. Even though he's not as fast as Tyson, I do believe he hits slightly harder than Tyson. So there's something about Marciano that always, he's just so tough to fight, and he has the better chin. So in this matchup, I always lean towards Rocky Marciano versus Tyson. Even though Tyson does have the 2-point overall advantage at 92 versus Marciano's 90, I always end up giving the advantage. You guys, just anybody who plays Fight Night online, you guys know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and get past the initial introductions. We're going to actually try to speed past this. If you can speed up on here by... could just skip ahead, but we're gonna let it play out. So this Dave's record: 87 wins, 10 losses, with 87 of his 45 of his 87 wins have come by way of knockout. And we're gonna go ahead and transition over real quick to Marciano, who has a really good record also of 132 wins and 35 losses, and of his 132 wins, 76 of them have come by way of knockout. So automatically, what is it that you want to be doing as Tyson? Let's go ahead and pause the video real quick early on. What do you want to be doing as Tyson is usually putting on a lot of pressure, but since you're going up against a solid opponent with a really good record, and also the fact that you're going against an opponent who has basically all the same advantages of you without as much of a stamina problem as Tyson has, you want to box. That's what it is that you want to do. You want to establish your jab early on. You want to show that you have the better boxing skills. Now, I'm not saying fight on the outside with Tyson, because that's not how you want to fight. But you can still cut off the ring. You can still use the jab. You can still be on the inside for the most part. But the way you will be able to separate yourself from an opponent who has similar strengths is to be able to box better. You see this a lot of times with inside fighters versus boxer punchers. When you have a guy who's a pure boxer, who knows how to use the ring, who knows how to use the jab and throws the volume in combination, the only way that the inside fighter can really get the advantage is where he can separate himself is on the inside. You want to be able to hold your own while being on the outside and while boxing, while using the jab and using your combinations. But once you get onto the inside, that's where you really want to separate yourself. So I'm looking to see from Dave here if he's able to box reasonably and keep that advantage over Marciano. That's where he can really separate himself, because on the inside, and both of them have like really good combinations, and both of them is able to work the inside well. Whoever works the outside, or when there's separation, when there's space, whoever's able to work better will gain the advantage. So let's go ahead and play the video. So already into 2 minutes, you know, going into the 2-minute marker already. You already see Dave is exactly trying to do that. He's trying to figure out how he wants to cut the ring off. He's trying to figure out how he wants to box. And that's exactly what he should be doing at this point. Marciano going ahead and land a clean straight right there. And those are the effective shots. Now, counter shot was land moments ago. And counter shots, especially in the early part of the first round, or the early part of any round, really separates who gains control. So let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to continue to let the video play so you guys have something to look at. But pretty much on the inside, you want to, not on the inside, pretty much what you want to do when establishing dominance in the ring. This making your opponent bend to what it is that you want him to do. It's very important to hit something effective, hit something clean, and that's exactly what Marciano went ahead and he did. He's landing those clean, straight right hands. Like there's another one. Anytime you land in, especially if it's a headshot and it's a power shot and it's clean to the dome, it automatically forces your opponent to have to bend to your will for the rest of the round. So right now, with Dave not being really able to land the first shot and not being in the proper range of his punches that he should be throwing, he's already given up dominance in the round, and now he has to bend to what it is that Marciano wants to do. Now, a good opponent, which is what I like here. Let's talk about what Marciano did real quick. Now, a good opponent doesn't just want one side of the ring. He feels confident in his skills and his ability to change strategies and his ability to work the inside, the outside, can counterpunch. You know, that's a complete fighter right there. So even though he has the advantage on the outside, he came forward, he stepped forward, and he came to Dave. And what this is going to do for Marciano is, if he can establish dominance while on the inside, if he could take away the fact that, hey Dave, I can beat you on the outside already, now I'm going to come forward and I'm going to show you that I can outclass you here too. That's going to leave less options for Dave to feel he can adjust, because the inside has already been taken away. Like, it's clear that on the outside right now, not to say that this won't change because it's only round one, it's clear that on the outside, Marciano has dominance. He has established the fact that he can outbox Dave by landing the cleaner and effective shots and catching him on his way in. He knows how to pot shot. He knows how to use the straight right hand to score clean and effective shots. And he's also shown that he has good footwork from stopping Dave from being able to cut the ring off and keep him in the corner and keep him in that position. So by him coming forward right there and then trying to land a couple of shots on the inside, shows that he can be a versatile fighter, at least from my opinion. So Dave ends up taunting at the end of the round and ends up taking a clean power straight. And against Marciano, it's still a very dangerous thing. I don't really agree with that there. But nevertheless, this is an interesting first round. So what we gathered from that first round, or if I'm in Dave's mind right now, what I gathered is I need to use the jab more. And I need to use the jab to close the gap, and then I need to use uppercuts and stuff to the body once I'm in this range right here. That's exactly what you should be doing, looking to throw those combinations. Straight right hand downstairs to the body. You see the counter right hook coming out from Dave. So now Dave has already shown that I got the advantage in this round. Okay, that was a glitch. But I have the advantage in this round right now. Right now you have to come and do what it is that I want to do. I have scored a more clean and effective offense, and now you have to change your gameplay up. So if I'm Dave right now, I'm using the jab. I'm not even coming forward. I'm standing in the center of the ring. I'm boxing him. I'm waiting for him to come to me. And the main reason I'm doing that is because I want him to realize that I'm a disciplined fighter. Not to say that Dave isn't. But when you have an advantage like that, you standing in the center of the ring and waiting for your opponent to come to you, even though Dave can still beat him on the inside, which he's doing right now. By you taking a moment to just stand in the center of the ring and make your opponent come to you, that allows your opponents to know, hey, if I have an advantage, I'm going to press it and I'm going to use it. And now I'm going to make you bend to my style of fight. I'm going to make you bend to my pace of fighting. Now, maybe Dave has this strategy where he wants to continue to work in the body and continue to take away the stamina on Marciano by going downstairs and continue to score clean and effective offense. Marciano's showing a very passive style right now where he's not going to throw too many punches. Now, that could be because of stamina conservation, or he just believes in his power that much that he can still rounds away by not throwing too many punches and by being defensively responsible, which is being taken advantage of by Dave right now. He's working the body, he's working the combinations, he's scoring clean and effective shots. And when you can do that, well, you're going to set yourself up in a good position to win the fight. So once again, we see Dave looking for the straight right hand a little bit more. And I think he's just trying to score as many clean shots as possible. When you got a guy with basically the same amount of power, maybe if not a little bit more power than you do, it's very important that you're landing clean and effective headshots. Especially when all they're going to do is throw a lot of power shots. We see Dave cutting off the ring here. I don't know, this taunting, I think this taunting that he's doing is I guess he's trying to get him just to come forward, but this guy's he's clearly not going to come forward all the time if he doesn't have to, or if he doesn't feel like he doesn't have to. So there was some opportunities there. Let's talk about this real quick. We go back just a little bit. Once you block that clean and effective, you saw some clean and effective blocking from Dave. What he could have did is look for a combination at the end of this. So let's watch this. I think I have to go a little bit further back. Let's go back a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and play from here. Block the offense. Comes back on the inside, lands a straight right hand. Jab, uppercut, misses, taunts a little bit. And then I think right here, there. Blocks all these shots, boom. That whole window right there, that whole small second, he had an opportunity to land some clean and effective offense. Could have been like a right uppercut, left hook. He could have went downstairs to the body. You know, anytime your opponent finishes a combination and they're already shown that they have a very passive style of play, take advantage of that. Throw some combinations out there. Work the body. Maybe a power shot downstairs to the body would have been really nice. We see him start moving his head back and forth. So working the body definitely would have scored some clean and effective offense right here. Either that or this guy just could be taunting. But this is showing Dave right now. He's showing good patience. He's showing the fact that if you're not going to throw at me, especially when I have the advantage, I'm not going to overexert myself playing Tyson. I have scored plenty of points in this round, and now I'm just going to cruise into the next round. So first round goes to Marciano. Second round goes to Dave. Good adjustment by Dave by just taking advantage, by being a little bit more aggressive, finding the proper range to throw his punches, and by working the body more in order to score more shots rather than looking for headshots where he missed a lot in the first round. Now for Marciano, what should he be doing to gain the advantage back? Well, this guy should be using the jab. There's no reason as Marciano why you should not be throwing punches or also looking to trade with Tyson. You have better stamina. You can work the body faster than Tyson can, because there's something about Tyson's punch style that everything he does doesn't always look clean. So let's see what he does here. So Marciano starts cutting off the ring, starts looking to use the jab. Straight right hand does come out. And this is who's going to gain the advantage for the round. Counter downstairs to the body for Dave. He also landed a nice right hook and another jab and a couple of clean headshots there. So he has the advantage here. Dave's showing right now he can bait Marciano into shots. He's boxing a masterpiece right now. He's showing that he's going to be the general in this fight. He's using the jab. He's cutting off the ring now. And notice how Marciano's, he's planting his feet now. He's not using that fancy footwork that he was showing in round number one. If I was Dave, just keep using the jab and step in with your punches. That's how you can gain the advantage here. You see a lot of times Marciano stepping out. Well, step with the guy. If you see him stepping out, you throw your jab. He steps out, cool. You step in. Go chest to chest with him. Just stand, and you know, you can apply pressure on him. Just walk into him, keep your hands up, keep that guard strong and tight. Wait for him to throw his punches and wait for your chance to throw some offense. So just be first. You throw first. You use the jab. Jab doesn't land. Okay, you step in. Now you cut the ring off. You stay in the guy's chest. And you look to throw a couple of punches here. Dave's using his offense from the outside, though. You saw him land a straight right hand moments ago, and then a couple of body shots. And Marciano, seeing this, is now he's looking for more straight right hands. And this guy looks like he's pretty much just going to be a spammer, and that's his only form of offense, is to just keep throwing straight right hands. So Dave's answer is to work the body and try to just outwork him. Right there, he had a counter opportunity, but didn't really get to use it. Now Marciano uses a combination. Dave strikes back with a straight right hand of his own. A couple of uppercuts and hooks to the head. Steps out. I like to see Dave using the left hook more as a counter, or even like a left uppercut as a counter. Good combination from Dave there. That was really effective. I actually want to see that again and show you guys what he did. It was a quick combination. It was I believe it was a jab, right uppercut to the body, and I think it was an overhand right. It was a really nice combination.
Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
He was just throwing some beautiful combinations. I didn't exactly see what I wanted to see, but I'm going to let it play. I'm going to let it rock. Left uppercut and straight downstairs to the body, and also getting another counter off it. Now, you see, this is what he has to do. Let's talk about what Dave is doing right here at the last few seconds at the end of this round. Besides the push, he's throwing in combination. And when you throw in combination, you're going to break the guy down. you're going to score more points than him. All that straight right hand work that he was doing and he thought he was being effective with, immediately negated. Why? Because he just outworked him. He out-hustled him, and Tyson has power. If you're going to go against a guy who's only throwing straight right hands, but he's not showing the ability to sidestep and throw counters, this guy's not stepping because he's scared of losing stamina. So just take advantage of that. And I love what I'm seeing from Dave. He's not just throwing 1 or 2 punches. Now, after he gains some confidence and he knows this guy isn't good with counter punching, now he's going to take advantage of that. The guy's not stepping out anymore. You see him in his chest like I talked about earlier. You want to step in. You want to get close to him. You want to be in position to where you can land effective shots, effective power shots. Not with the R2 modified button, but with uppercuts and hooks on the inside, and you see him going to work. Now it's not just a jab anymore, or just a jab right hook downstairs to the body. Now you saw a 5-punch combination come out from Dave earlier in round number 3. You see the 3-punch combinations coming out. You saw the jab, right uppercut, left hook combination, the 1-2 to the body followed by the left hook upstairs. You saw the jab, right uppercut, left hook, right hooks. You're seeing it all now, and that's really good from Dave. So I'm really glad that I saw him take and make that advantage, get in the proper range to throw your punches, and you're gonna have success from that point on. So we're gonna move into round number 4 now. Marciano being way too passive, throwing too many straight right hands. The guy's good when he throws a combination, but when he relies on one singular punch, especially as an inside fighter against a guy who's using jab and thrown in volume, who has 95% stamina going into round number 4, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in for one hell of a night if you're only throwing 1 or 2 punches at a time. So Marciano needs to kick it into gear if he wants to come back. He needs to start throwing the hooks and uppercuts on the inside like he was doing in round number 1, because that's when he was the most effective. So right now I have it 2-1 in favor of Dave, as it seems like we was watching the cutscenes. 29-28, pretty much have it right. Not much he could do from here. So now you see Dave really cutting the ring off. And he's taking advantage of Marciano's passing. Good bob and weave in there from Dave in order to go ahead and dodge the right hook. And then he continues to go to work. Look how Dave continues to go to work. He's trying to work the body. Cool. You're gonna work the body. I'm gonna keep throwing to the head. Side steps, back steps, and then hits him with a jab counter, and then tries to put the right hook on top of it. Dave's going to work early in round number 4, so I think he was sensing some weaknesses, and he got really aggressive in the first minute of this round, which is not a bad move at all. Even though he's stunned right here, I'm going to talk about why he got stunned, but that's a power move, and this is a strategy you guys can work. You work hard the first minute of the round. You go out there. Some guys like to work hard at the last minute of the round, but why not take advantage of your opponent who's showing? This is why he's playing aggressive. Let me explain this to you guys. He's playing aggressive because you have a passive Marciano, and he had a lot of success being aggressive at the end of the round. The guy's not sidestepping, so there's no fear of a counter coming out. So go ahead and take advantage of the fact that in heavyweight, it's not like your blocking is extremely superb like in lightweight. Take advantage of the fact that 1 or 2 punches are going to slip through the guard. So throw in volume. Use Tyson the way he's supposed to be, on the inside. Gain the advantage early on. And then use your boxing once the second minute of the round hits. Use your boxing and then maybe the last 30 seconds of the round. If you're ahead and if you're feeling confident, go ahead and, get aggressive again. If not, just keep boxing and wait for a stun, or wait for a critical stun, wait for a minor stun, wait for any type of bell ring or anything before you just get aggressive again. Why did Dave get stunned? He's using the push. There's no reason for him to be pushing off. He did that at the end of the last round, and he ended up paying a price for it. 1 second, guys. Alright, I thought I had to sneeze, so we're gonna keep it pushing now. But he got a little over aggressive here. With the push is a very aggressive move, boys. This is an extremely aggressive move, and you should not be using push straights or anything unless if you have to. That's desperation mode. Also use it for defensive purposes. But with that combination and getting hurt, now that gives Marciano a chance to get back in the round just because of the amount of damage he did. So from Dave, using the push again, I can understand using a push like he is here to get him and keep up against the ropes. But really, when you got a guy in this situation, he's not using the footwork anymore. Dave once again looking for the push power straight. No need for that. Just keep working your advantage. You're doing well by throwing in combination. Don't look for singular shots now. So use the jab. Continue to try to cut the ring off. Good counter right there. It was a left uppercut while he was throwing, and then the right hook followed downstairs to the body, even though you guys saw it glitch. I saw it come out clean there. So Dave doing a little bit too much taunting right now, throwing a little bit too much. Continue just to use the jab and look for combinations, and you're fine. So right now, like here, you got the round. If I was Dave, play defensive for these last 20 seconds. Worry about your stamina regain for the end of round number 4, going into round 5. You scored plenty of offense to get you back in the round. Nothing else more to worry about. Another good combination. Dave is going to continue to throw, which is not something I would do. Like I said, with Tyson, you want to be concerned about stamina. So I'm thinking this is going to be Dave's lowest stamina regain round by far, maybe about 7%. Yeah, see, I got it right. About 7%. Just if you would have just worked a little bit smarter, no need to throw. Yeah, 89% stamina, which is fine. But you could have conserved a little bit more because you already had the round. You guys got to know how to know when you're winning a round. And you know that by the amount of work that you've done. If a guy has a good moment and then your moment outshines his and he didn't really get any good offense back at you, or there wasn't any return fire, you pretty much know you got the round. So no reason to go over aggressive there. So Marciano once again trying to use his footwork. You see him using the 3-punch combination there. Nothing lands. This guy is pretty much just, I believe he's getting frustrated at this point because Dave isn't fighting this game. And when Dave does fight his game and it is on the inside, well, Dave's taking advantage of him. He's using his combinations to gain the advantage. So Marciano landed that jab downstairs to the body. This forces Dave to have to come on to the inside now and try to take away the first shot advantage. With the first shot advantage, you gain ring generalship. You bend your opponent to fight the way that you want him to do. And like I said, it always forces your opponent to come forward as long as you're patient enough. So here comes another 3-punch combination for Marciano. So that's 4 shots now that Dave is down on. Jab right hook does not land. Left uppercut followed by the right uppercut does land. Jab lands. So that's a power move from Dave. Straight right hand did land. This thing is glitching. The video is glitching, but it's good now. Okay, so straight right hand, another jab right uppercut. The right uppercut seemed like it was blocked partially, so that's not a clean, effective shot. Straight right hand from Marciano. So that negates everything Dave did. And that's all that work is right out the window now. So he has to continue to try to keep coming forward and look for a clean and effective shot of his own. Marciano with some good head movement there. Did land the right hook. Good body work from Marciano. Some good head work in return from Dave. Now these boys are fighting. Now they're fighting. See Marciano working the body again. Try to get the straight right hand off. Did not connect. This is where you just pretty much have to sit back and fight, and that's exactly what Dave is doing. You could look for some counter opportunities right now, but just keep pressing into the chest of Marciano and maybe throw 1 shot at a time. Wait for Marciano to throw, then step back and hit him with a counter. That's what I'll be looking for now, is a couple of counters. Whenever you're down this much in a round because your opponent is able to land some clean and effective shots on you, by you trying to trade with him, you wasted stamina, but at the same time, you can always probably gain the advantage by trading, but you're going to waste a lot of stamina, and you're probably still going to end up losing the round. In order to gain the advantage back, you got to look for counter shots. Yeah, you can still throw, still look to throw and trade, but do it smarter. Do smart trades. Look for trades small at a time, and then use your pressure, your body presence by standing in front of the guy, being on the inside, by you throwing combinations. You standing there, it's more than enough for this to get this guy to throw punches. Just by you standing there. Standing there alone will get anybody to throw punches. When you feel you got somebody in your face and you're going against a guy who's not always a defensive minded fighter and he's always looking to pot shot you, there's always going to be counter opportunities, and it's usually going to be that straight right hand. So if I was Dave, press into his chest, Throw a combination every now and again. And while this guy is looking to work, let your defense set up your offense. Use your blocking to negate some of his offense. And then when you know there's going to be a shot that's coming, look at the patterns. Look for the straight right hand because that's his favorite combination. And then sometimes this guy likes to work the body. So if you can predict when that's going to come, you step out, boom, back step, hit him with a counter. If you see the straight right hand coming, boom, side step to the right and then hit him with a counter. Whether it's a left hook downstairs to the body, left hook to the head, or a left uppercut to the head, look for some type of counter. And that's how you gain the advantage. So there it is, that straight right hand I talk about. That's what he's going to look for. That's his bread and butter punch. So by you standing right there in the pocket and continue pressing into his chest, not really stepping back or giving him any room and not throwing any punches at all. After you use the jab and you get him ready to trade, you look for that straight right hand and you would have definitely landed a counter right there. So that's what I was talking about without even knowing what was going to come. See, there's that moment where Marciano's looking for the combination. Right now, if I was Dave, I would just keep in his chest. I wouldn't even, all this taunting and stuff. A little bit extra, but, all good as we head into round number 6. I'm going to let this round pretty much play out all the way through. See, now Dave got 14% of stamina recovery right now, but it only took him right back to 89%. And that's because a lot of the punches that Dave threw that round, he was just missing a lot. He wasn't always in the right range, and the footwork of Marciano definitely paid off in that round. So right now it's 3 rounds to 2 in favor of Dave, but Marciano's starting to make a comeback. So into round number 6, Marciano very patient here. It's a really good defensive move right there in order to get your opponent to come in. He knows that Dave has been throwing combinations basically the whole time. I'm going to let the round play through so we can speed this up a little bit. But he knows that Dave has been throwing combinations the whole time, so he waits for Dave to come to him knowing that Dave will come. But Dave uses the jab, uses the double jab, triple jab up sometimes, and he's able to land a cleaner offense. So if I was Dave right now, not even looking for combinations, just keep losing the jab. Now, once again, push, very unnecessary push. I know Dave's trying to trap him up against the ropes, but in this case, the jab was more than enough. You working the jab to the head and to the body would have been more than enough for you to continue to gain advantage in the round. And then look to put maybe like a jab to the head, straight right hand downstairs to the body. Instead of Dave likes to use the jab right uppercut a lot. If you use the jab straight, that's a way for you to, the straight right hand goes farther than the uppercut and is more guaranteed to land than the uppercut all the time. When you're chest to chest like this, as you see Dave going for this uppercut now, that right uppercut, left hook combination downstairs to the body is more likely to land. The hooks downstairs to the body is more likely to land. But always look for the jab straight to the body. That has a good high percentage chance of landing. So Dave ate an uppercut to the head on the outside. If I was Dave, sometimes I would look to lead with that uppercut. Good jab uppercut to the head. Marciano with the receipt. Straight right hand was open right there. You see in a lot of instances, straight right hand, left hook combinations, jab, right hook combinations to the head. There's a lot of instances where these combinations are open. See, no jab behind that right hook, which is why that one landed. If I was Dave, get back to using the jab now. Left uppercut downstairs to the body does land. Jab lands. Jab lands again. Straight right hand. Left uppercut to the body lands. Straight right hand. Good. That was a good push straight. See, now he's planting his feet. He's trying to move his head. That's the time to use a push straight, is when you got a guy doing that. When he's not using his footwork. That was a good push, and now he's in the corner. So you got him to stop moving your feet. You pushed him. Now he's trapped up in a corner. Now all you have to do is just throw combinations from here. If he steps to the left, you step to your left. If he steps to his right, you step to your left. If he steps to his left, he's trapped up against the ropes. You don't even got to do anything. So just look to cut off the escape path. Now, instantly Dave steps back trying to throw a counter instead of just keeping him in position. Didn't have to step back. You should have relied on your blocking there and keep that ring position. As long as you might have took one shot, one clean shot, but you would have been able to get back 3 or 4 in that situation. So the step back gives Marciano an escape route. If Marciano just steps to his right like 2 times, he could trade positions and have Dave in the corner and start working his offense. But we know Marciano's not going to do that because he likes to move his head and he likes to feel like he's on the outside. So Dave works the body, makes him pay for it. Good left hook to the head. Marciano trying to use his defense. Dave continues to works the body. This is beautiful, man. You got a guy moving his head, right? Constantly moving his head, constantly moving his head, constantly moving his head. That's his defense. Oh yeah? Work the body. He's going to stop moving his head because now he's getting hit with body shots. That hurts. And also when you're moving your head and you get a hit in the body, you're losing stamina. So Dave, with a main focus on the body, work the body, head will follow, then throw the right hook upstairs to the head. And that's how you got that clean and effective offense off. So good from Dave there. Once again, an unnecessary push. Then try to use the jab. Unnecessary. Ends up getting hit with another straight right hand. So that's the defensive flaw from Dave, is that he's trying to use the push in the wrong instances. Right here, perfect time to use a push. Didn't even have to use the jab or anything else. He finished the combination. You know he's going to be looking to regain his stamina. You push him up against the ropes. Then you work the body. You could have pushed him against the ropes, then landed the jab, or push him to, up against the ropes and then throw a left hook downstairs to the body and then go to work from there. So good combinations here from both of them. The trade. Dave should not be backing up in the situation. You have him right where you want him. You've been using the push to get him onto the ropes. Do not back up. Do not give this guy any ground. So Marciano once again steps to his right, and he's using that as his escape path. And Dave should just step to his left. Just sidestep to the left, and then he'll cut the ring off. Once again, head movement there, completely unnecessary. If you're going to be on the inside, commit to being on the inside. Keep throwing to the body, keep throwing punches, and you'll have them eventually. With Tyson, you hit hard enough, and your stamina at this point is good enough to last you the entire round. So the rest of the duration of the fight. So you got to keep throwing. You got to keep pressing that strength advantage that you have, and keep throwing downstairs to the body. Dave does well, or I'm going to let this play out, but Dave does extremely well when he keeps throwing, when he's using his offense, when he's going downstairs to the body and he's working the combinations. When he then comes up to the head and lets the hands go, that's when he's working at his best. So for 6% stamina recovered, 84% going into round number 7. I do give that last round to Dave. Marciano just way too passive in that round and didn't give back enough clean, effective offense for me to give him the round. He did have good moments there, but I'm seeing it right now 4 rounds to 2 in favor of Dave. So into round number 7 here. Good counter from Marciano. Let's go back and look at that. I believe that was a counter for Marciano at least. We'll just watch it from here on. I think he stepped back and hit him with a straight, if I'm not mistaken, while Dave was coming in with a body shot. So Marciano's doing the right thing. When you got a guy working the body, you step back and you look for a counter. With Dave, you have to throw the jab to the head first. You throw the jab to the head, then you go downstairs to the body. Yeah, it was a back step power straight, and he ended up making Dave pay for coming in. So if Dave throws the jab to the head like he's doing now, you snap the head back. Now the body's open. Now you can work the body. Then you work the high and low combinations. Also, if I was Dave, left uppercut more. Like the left uppercut will sneak through the guard a lot more times than none if you use it without using the jab. So you see Brandon Rios does that a lot. And a lot of inside fighters do that a lot. You see them pop the head up by just using the left uppercut. And the left uppercut has been open a lot of times in this fight. You saw him trying to use it there. Left hook does connect to the head. Marciano, okay. Marciano working the body right there. Dave, if you see that, just step back. Take a step back. You already done enough clean and effective offense, and you know you can cut the ring off on this guy. So you waited for the receipt there and try to rely on your blocking, which we know can't always be effective. But Dave, staying on the inside, gave him a chance to land this right uppercut to the head. Straight right hand over the top of the jab. So in this situation, if I was Dave, sometimes just take a step back, and you can find some counter opportunities for yourself. So good step from Marciano there that created a lot of separation. You see him trying to use the footwork now. Dave using the 1-2s now. Oh my God. Hold on. I don't think we were here. Okay, we was about, yeah, we was about here. We was a little ahead, but we'll let it play out from here because that almost ruined the entire video. We'll let this play out. But yeah, he's using his footwork here, and you're gonna see a problem that Dave does, or a mistake that he makes here. Uses the 1-2, right? Has good position in here. This is solid position to land a jab right hook downstairs to the body, or a jab right hook to the head, left uppercut right hook to the head, left uppercut downstairs to the body, followed by a right uppercut to the head, double hooks downstairs to the body. This is perfect positioning. But you're going to see Dave do something here, and he's going to give up this position and then try to throw punches afterwards. He steps, now they're directly down the middle, and then he steps again. That ruined his positioning completely. He had him in a good solid position to where he could cut the ring off and not give Marciano an escape path. So now, notice the angle that they're at. Marciano could step back and then just just circle back to his right. And he's perfectly fine and can get away from Dave. Let's see if he does that here. Okay, he didn't step back. Dave's still cutting the ring off, but look how much space he has. He still has room to work here. So if I was Dave, could have just kept him in that position and keep landing clean and effective offense. Right there. Once again, landed good offense, had good effective offense. Marciano was that angle that I was talking about earlier was there. We can go back and look at it again. See, whenever you're at this angle, he's not going to land anything. Now he steps a little bit to his right. Dave steps a little bit to his left. Then throws a straight right hand to the body. You're going to see that land. Left uppercut from Marciano does land. Dave still at this angle has the ability to throw punches and trade. Jab lands, and then he moves to his right, so the uppercut's not going to land. Then he gets back in a good angle. Straight right hand, left uppercut. See, now everything starts landing. Marciano, once again, once that angle changes and he has the room circle back to his right, he was able to block a couple of punches. So take notice of those angles, Dave, because that's where you're going to land your most clean and effective offense. See, when you're at this spot right here, that's where you want to be. Like that, I can't explain it, but that plane or the angle that he's on gives you an opportunity to land shots. When you're on the other side or you're on that other angle, you're not going to land anything from that position. So I'm assuming Dave had enough of chasing this guy and steps back. He knows he's winning the round. Let this guy come forward and start to work. So uppercuts and stuff coming from Marciano. Marciano's ready to swing and ready to throw. Dave takes advantage of that by throwing a couple of headshots of his own. Straight right hand also does connect. Gets back to boxing. This is where, like I said, the guy who boxes effectively while coming in or while just standing there before getting onto the inside is going to be the guy who wins the round. And you're seeing that here, Dave able to land a couple of straight right hands, able to land a couple of hooks, and then landing an effective jab over the top. So Marciano once again trying to box. This Marciano has no inside game, and Dave's taking advantage of that. If I was Dave, I would have been boxing this guy all night long. The inside does work, and that's where you want to be at as Tyson. And we see Dave working the inside effectively and also boxing, just boxing the center of the ring effectively as well. On the outside, he's had some trouble. Marciano was able to come out and just out-hustle him while Dave was trying to back up. But that's why you shouldn't be on the outside with Tyson anyway. When Dave's either boxing or he's on the inside, which is the right geography in the ring where he wants to be at, it's going to allow him to win rounds. So I had it 4 rounds to 2, and then that last round, it should have been 5 rounds to 2 in my opinion. I think it was the 4th round that I thought 4th or the 5th round that I thought Marciano won. But this is acceptable scorecard too, so this is fine. Gonna continue to let this play through though. Let's see. Uppercuts from Marciano. This is pretty much the end of the road for Marciano. Still looking for that power straight right hand. Dave has more than enough stamina to finish the job though. See him starting to come onto the inside using the left uppercut. Backstep straight, counter opportunity. Now you see Dave making the adjustments, boxing this guy. And just doing what I was talking about earlier. When you're at the angles and you know the guy's going to want to throw either the straight right hand or so, you take that into consideration. You watch the pattern. You look for the counter. Boom. You execute and you end up landing on a clean and effective shot. So once again, that jab right uppercut is never going to land from that position, but a 1-2 to the body will. So either that or a jab to the head followed by the straight right hand to the body will land. So Dave has to remember that, or make that adjustment for in his future fights, is to use the 1-2 instead of using the jab right uppercut. 1-2s are like open most of the time for Dave, but it's using the hooks and uppercuts a lot more just because he wants to land clean and effective offense. So take note of that, Dave. And any fighter who does the same thing, note that the 1-2 to the body is a lot more effective there. left hooks are open right now too. A lot of instances the left hook is open. I think Dave saw that there and try to use it. It's not gonna always land, but that left hook is open a lot. But you see he's let's actually take a look at that and see what he could do better to land this left hook. So if he steps in and then throws the left hook, like if you see he's a little bit too far out from there. Also, you could throw that left hook downstairs to the body. That's open a lot of the times too. But if you step in first and you close the distance, you close the gap, you take away that space that you're in to where you have to leap and then jump in, you're going to be able to land that left hook. But from space and then you leap in with a guy with a 71-inch reach, you're not going to land that punch, especially in the angle that you're at. If you step to your left again and then throw that left hook, you might be able to land that leaping left hook. But from this position, left hook downstairs to the body, and also step in and then throw the left hook. So that's what he could do a little bit better there. Straight right hand does connect. Left uppercut connects. Like I said, that's been open a lot also in this fight. And now you're going to see, once again, jab right hook when it's not really necessary. In this case, just use the jab. No need to use 2 punches. This is a waste of stamina. Just keep using the jab and you'll be fine. Also, don't even have to throw at all sometimes. Just look for a counter opportunity. Like, once again, Dave's doing the same thing Marciano pretty much did. 1-2 was open there also. But don't just wait. Patience. If you just patient and you block, you save stamina, and then you look for a counter opportunity. 1-2 lands right there at the end of the round. Even though Marciano couldn't really block those shots because it was the end of the round, still would have landed those shots with a solid 1-2 on the outside. And a lot of the times the jab straight is open quite a bit, especially against this Marciano. 1-2 is a basic thing in boxing. Don't overdo it and just 1-2 like some guys do in fight night. Just constant 1-2s, constant 1-2s, constant 1-2s. That's spamming. But if you use it when you're trying to pot shot or when you're looking for a counter opportunity, there's more than enough chances for you to land clean, effective offense. So that's a clean, effective combination. Now, David, see, 1-2. There it was. There it was. That's exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. Let's go back. Because, actually, let's go back to the beginning of this round. Because you're going to see Dave do some effective stuff right here. Marciano knows it's game time. He knows he needs a knockout to win. Dave with 76% stamina. You saw him there. Patience. Blocked, wait for Marciano to kind of finish, then came out with his own clean and effective offense. Jab right there. The jab connected because Marciano's throwing without letting his stamina bar regain. Uses the jab on the outside. If I was Dave, I probably would have circled back the other way, but this works too. When I was talking about circling back the other way, go ahead and look at that again. You're going to see the jab land here in a second. Once again, takes 1 or 2 shots, then waits for his chance. Jab downstairs to the body, right uppercut. Then, what he could do here, see, if he moves to his left, he has all that space. And then he could just circle. Now, this is fine, too. Now, you just have to step twice. If you sidestep to the right twice, you change ring position and you have him up against the ropes. So, take note of that too, Dave. But by him going this way, he made it a little bit more of a struggle for himself if he would have rotated back the other way. But you saw the jab there that stopped the mid combination, and now Marciano throwing right hooks and left uppercuts. Dave sees that, takes advantage of it, back steps and hit him with a straight right hand. See it right there, another combination, counter, jab, right hook, lands like I've been talking about. That's been open. Once you're in the right geography, don't look to throw to the body all the time. Headshots open, and then you're going to see the 1-2 right here that was really, really effective. So he tried to throw the straight right hand downstairs to the body, was able to lean back when Marciano threw his straight right hand, and then look for the combination. Once again, right hook is open. Left uppercut is open in this situation. Left uppercut to the head's open, and so is the left hook. Straight right hand, left uppercut, right hook combination from Dave, very effective. Left hook is going to connect. Straight right hand is going to connect. Everything's connecting there, and boom. Right angles, right geography, right punches. Keep throwing, and get your chin check. As Dave is able to get the first knockdown of the fight. good effective pot shot and clean effective offense like I've talked about. He did a lot of work to the body early on in the fight, which gave Dave the opportunity to feel like now he can box this guy effectively on the outside. The guy sees he's basically losing every round, and if he wants to win and protect this good record of his, he has to come forward. So Dave doing a very good job here of boxing on the outside and boxing in the center of the ring and throwing in combination in order to score his knockdowns. So 1-2 once again would have been open there. Maybe a left hook upstairs to the head. You know, there's a couple of different combinations that Dave can throw here in order to land good effective offense. So jab, right hook downstairs to the body. Don't give this guy any position. Throw some nice, clean, effective shots downstairs to the body. Dave should look for a headshot there. Overhand right does connect. More combinations. Marciano's just not in the proper space now. Dave's getting a little over aggressive. Just keep boxing him. Keep boxing him, and that knockdown will come again, because Marciano knows he needs to win. Now, this is what Marciano's lack of stamina and lack of ability to throw combinations is coming into play here. Anybody could put together uppercuts and hooks on the inside. You see guys that claim they're sim fighters or claim they know how to fight on the inside, and all they do is throw hooks to the head or throw hooks, and that's all they do the entire fight. Talking about I'm not gonna sidestep right uppercut now, but what I will do is I will just throw a bunch of hooks and call it combinations. That's not fighting on the inside, and that's not being a complete fighter. That's a guy whose offense is very limited and very basic, and they can't do much. But you're seeing this from Marciano here, basically on the inside. When that straight right hand is not working for him, all he knows to do is just throw uppercuts, and hooks, and throw them randomly in hopes that they will land in terms of him being able to land clean and effective offense. While Dave has combinations. He knows how to throw varied punches, and he knows when they're effective and when they should be throwing for the most part. And you've seen that's the big difference in this fight. It's the inside and who has the better combinations. And now that Dave has basically set up his geography for how he wanted to fight, get rid of the guy's stamina, take the body because that's what's been given to you, and now you're in a position to where you can use your superior boxing skills and you can use your effective offensive combinations to go ahead and cold clock your opponent for knockdowns in round number 9. So very, very good, effective fight from Dave. We pointed out those mistakes and things that he could have done better, so that next time that he steps in the ring, you can see those adjustments make, and he'll be that much more of a better fighter. This fight is going to go ahead and win by way of knockout. Remember, in order to check out Dave the Rip One, you can go ahead and find his link in the description, youtube.com/Dave the Rip One. I hope you guys learned a lot from just chilling with me and watching this video and learning from Dave's mistakes, so that you can also learn from your own. And I guarantee the next time you see Mr. Rip One back in the ring and with a recorded fight, I guarantee he's going to be that much better. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. If you have a fight that you want to send me that you would like to review, as long as it's of good quality, send it to me and I'll be more than happy to do that. It's been your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the Sophie commentator, and I'm off this. Peace!